against a big man, something like that, but head-to-head matchup has not occurred in quite a while.
No, it has not, and I think that's one reason why we may have a bigger crowd tonight than we've had for any other session. I think that people are anticipating the matchup between LaFonso Ellis and Eric Anderson.
I don't want to beat the pack-the-place idea to death because I know we talked about it a lot, but it was successful this year. That's got to be encouraging.
Oh, it sure is, and the words that we've received from people around the state, they think that the pack-the-place idea is something that needs to be emphasized much more next year when we go to pack-the-place 2 with the Roman numeral. Now, you know why we went to the Roman numeral, don't you, Art?
Not for sure, Jim, no.
In January, they have a little event with that Pete Rozelle runs, and he puts the Roman numeral after that ball game. But we've got high school basketball games across the state of Illinois, pack-the-place Roman numeral 2. I think next year at our state tournaments, you're going to see a lot more people in the assembly hall than anyone ever thought there would be.
Well, indeed. I think it's a good promotion. Jim, thank you so much, as usual, for the great show down here. Everybody's enjoyed it.
Well, I can't wait for the final.
I can't either. It'll be here pretty soon. Jim Flynn, Assistant Executive Secretary of the Illinois High School Association, and let's pause for these messages.
Ed's corn looks a lot better this year.
Who's that about?
Fields look real clean. No box clear. Not even fall kernel from the nut bed.
Wonder what he's doing different.
Look at this. LaSales.
Yes, he finally listened. I told him about the clean fields and extra yield the fuel they get from LaSales.
I'm the one who told him.
You told him. I told him.
LaSalle, less stress, more yield.
I told him.
Ann Robbins is about to get a visit from an old friend. Pain. With age, her minor arthritis has made even simple moves painful ones. That's why her next move is to Metaprin. Metaprin has the same medicine as Motrin, and nothing's proven faster for relief of minor arthritis pain or any kind of pain. It's also gentler to your stomach than aspirin. Metaprin works fast when you haven't got time for the pain.
Basketball fans out there that may not know this gentleman, it's time you got to know him. One of the legendary coaches in Illinois high school basketball history, Virgil Fletcher, who molded great basketball teams year in, year out at Collinsville, member of the Hall of Fame. Virgil, great to see you.
Thank you, Art. I enjoyed being here.
Well, it's been a good show this year, hasn't it?
It's been a great tournament.
How many state titles have you won at Collinsville? How many runner-ups?
Well, I've been here 14 times, Art, but we only won 2. One runner-up and 1 third and 1 fourth, so we've had our share of them.
Only 2, but 14 trips, huh?
Yeah, right, 14 trips.
The game, of course, now is in the 2-class setup, and of course you were here with the 1-class ball club. Advantages, disadvantages, in your opinion?
Well, Art, I was here under the 1 class and also 2 class. We won.
That's right.
I retired in '78, so I had 3 or 4 years under the 2 class. Well, from the basketball speaking, I like the 1 class. But for everybody getting a chance to play in the tournament, which is the greatest thing can happen to a coach or our team or school, the 2 class is much better.
Your old high school, Collinsville, starting to make a return to the glory days. Had a good year down there this year, didn't they?
Right, Art, it's been 10 years since I retired, and we haven't been here since that time, but Bobby Bone, one of my former players and a great coach and a great basketball player, has him on the way back. He is 24-3 this year, and I really think that he'll be back up there in a few years.
It's good to see those old programs that were so successful come roaring back under the direction of kids who played in them.
Right. Art, you look at Pinckneyville and Centray, all of them had glory days and fell off, and then they came back. I think the pendulum always swings back to the great traditional schools.
We're about out of time, Virgil, but I've got to ask you for a forecast on the title game tonight. Who do you like?
Well, I think East St. Louis, Lincoln will win. Art, they're a little bit, they're much stronger physically, and they have Ellis and also 4 or 5 other good basketball players. But I'm sure that LaSales are going to give them a good game, and I think it'll be one that we'll all enjoy.
Benny Lewis done a great job at East St. Louis.
I think he's one of the great coaches of the last 10 years anyway, and his record proves it.
Virgil, it's always a pleasure to see you. You're looking great, and certainly enjoy the rest of the tournament. Hope to see you many, many years to come.
Thank you, Art. My wife keeps me in good shape.
Virgil Fletcher, the legendary former coach of the Collinsville Jayhawks. And we'll be back following word from one of your network sponsors.
This is the Illinois High School Association announcing the 2011 State Tournament.
This telecast is being sponsored by the American Dairy Association of Illinois, your local dairy farmer, delivering to you their very best every day. The Illinois Beef Council, beef, real food for real people. John Deere and your local John Deere dealer. The country companies and their more than 900 agents throughout Illinois. You've got the country behind you. And the Illinois Pork Producers Association. The 10,000 pork producers in Illinois encourage you to try the new lean, nutritious pork, the other white meat.
I guess Chuck Fisher, the coach of the Lions of Peoria Central, the number 1 rated team in the state, really most of the second half of the season. And Chuck, congratulations on a great year.
Thanks a lot, Art.
I know you'd hoped to have been down here, but you ran into those manual Rams after beating them twice, and winning 3 times from a great club is tough, isn't it?
It's a difficult thing to beat a team like Peoria Manual 3 times. We felt fortunate to do it twice. The last time they clearly outplayed us. They played a tremendous game, and on the other side, we didn't play good enough. We didn't play well.
You had some great clubs in that sectional. We had Lauren Wallace on from Bloomington this afternoon. They were one of the best in the state. You were ranked number 1 at the time. Manual finishes 3rd here tonight. Enough said.
Yeah, really. Bloomington had one of the 5 or 10 best teams in the state. We had to play them on a Monday. We played pretty well and beat them and had to come back on Friday, and Manual got us.
What about the LaSales effort tonight? Everybody's picking East St. Louis Lincoln, I think, because of their obvious physical strength and LaFonso Ellis. Yet LaSales out of the tough Catholic League with a great big man at Eric Anderson. How do you look at their club?
Well, we played LaSales, and the best team I've seen all year, Art, is East St. Louis Lincoln. They've been tremendous here, and I agree with you. It looks like LaFonso's on a mission. But I agree with you. I think that LaSales is from the city of Chicago. They're from a tough league, and they played great teams all year, and I'd be very surprised if they didn't have something up their sleeve and played very well.
Chuck, again, great year. Thank you so much for being with us.
Okay, thank you, Art.
Chuck Fisher, the skipper of the Peoria Central Lions, and we'll be back with more following these messages.
Get on up, news is breaking. Get on up, tell me what's shaking.
The big news here is at McDonald's. New sausage, gravy, and biscuits.
Get on up.
Get on up for biscuits baked fresh every morning and home-style gravy loaded with a generous helping of pork, sausage, and pepper.
Get on up, get on in. Sit yourself down and dig right in.
The new sausage, gravy, and biscuits. It's good news at 89 cents.
That's McDonald's.
You heard me talking about American Savings Bank being in the savings business. Well, we're also in the loan business. When you make your saving deposit, it doesn't sit in our vaults collecting interest. We place it back into your community in the form of home loans or home improvement loans, auto, almost any kind of loan you need. The only thing we ask is that you pay us back. Now, I like doing business with people like that. You will, too.
Beside a Class AA state champion, the man to my right is on the verge of doing it 2 years in a row. Coach Benny Lewis of East St. Louis Lincoln. First of all, your plan on dealing with Eric Anderson. Do you care if he gets his points? What's your strategy?
Well, we're going to try and hold him down as low as we can by putting somebody in front of him and behind him. But I think the key is to keep Aikens from penetrating. If we do that, then I think we have a chance of winning the ball game.
I'm impressed with your guard play. Has it always been this good this year, or are they hitting their stride?
Well, no, it hasn't been that good all this year. At the first part of the season, we was inconsistent. My guards weren't telling the offense like we wanted to. But after the Collinsville tournament, they began to fall into place and do the things we wanted to do, and that made our team go, real well. Plus, Fonzo's playing the middle for us real well, and that's really, helped our ball club out.
Final question, is LaFonso Ellis on a mission? He seems to be playing like it.
Right, well, he's didn't like the way, I guess, USA Today had, put him on the second team or whatever. Someone told me, and he said, well, he's just going to show him what type of player he is, and he's been doing that.
Benny Lewis, go get him.
Thank you very much.
That's Benny Lewis of East St. Louis Lincoln. Joining me now from St. Francis LaSales, Mike Kazmars. Mike, you've got a good team. Everybody thinks your team is good, but maybe not good enough. Obviously, you're the coach. You don't look at it that way. What's your strategy, first of all, with Ellis?
We want to stop them from scoring defensive transition points. We don't want to give them any fast break points. We're going to try to double down on them. If that doesn't work, I don't know, we're going to call the police.
What a matchup here between your big man
and their big man, Anderson and Ellis. This is like a dream come true. I don't know if coaching is like a dream.
Yeah, it is. I tell you, I just realized in the locker room, as we're getting ready, that this is the last game that I'm going to have these seniors for, and I'm going to miss them.
Coach, I know this weekend has taken a lot out of you. You go have yourself a good ball game. I hope it turns out the way you want it.
Thank you very much. It's given me a lot, and I appreciate everything that everyone's done down here. The IHSA has done a tremendous job just sponsoring this and putting everything together, and I want to thank everybody for that.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Mike Kazmar is on the verge of a dream. Can he get it done against East St. Louis Lincoln? You're about to find out. One of your network sponsors is Country Company.
With the arrival of the Morrison's new baby, the flexibility of Country Company's universal life insurance is a big help.
I know it's hard to believe, but you can change the amount of your coverage, even skip payments if you need to.
But why Country Company?
They've always delivered what they promised.
With Country Company's universal life.
When imagination soar, ice dreams come true. Imagine the thrill, the beauty, the celebration of the world-famous Ice-Capades and its spectacular salute to the best of time. Philly RST-TV and the Illinois Times bring you the Ice-Capades in splendid sophistication Thursday, April 13th at the Center. Get your tickets beginning March 21st at the Center in all Ticketmaster locations. All opening night tickets are half price, brought to you especially by WRST-TV and the Illinois Times.
The moment is here. It's time for the championship. Frank Bissoni, along with Coach Bill Geist at the Assembly Hall in Champaign-Urbana. And in December, these two teams, East St. Louis Lincoln and Chicago DeSales, played in the Capital City Shootout in Springfield. The final score was Lincoln 57, DeSales 54. It's the only time all year that DeSales has lost a game. In that game, LaFonso Ellis had 19 points and 15 rebounds. Eric Anderson, 22 points and 21 rebounds. Something special.
Well, everybody's been talking about the matchup, and they're certainly looking forward to it. But, you know, it's not going to be one-on-one out there, Frank. I mean, it's going to be, if Anderson gets the ball, there'll be 2 or 3 St. Louis players around him. Ellis gets the ball, there'll be 2 or 3 DeSales players around him. So, it's going to be fun watching those two. But I agree with Benny Lewis. The team of the game, Donald Aikens.
Donald Aikens, the point guard for DeSales. Now we're ready to meet the teams in the title game. From PLA, here's Steve Adams.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the players and coaches for tonight's championship game, featuring the Tigers of East St. Louis Lincoln and the Pioneers of Chicago St. Francis DeSales. First, introducing Lincoln High School of East St. Louis with a record of 27-4. Meet the head coach of the Tigers in his 16th season, Benny Lewis. Assistant coaches Jethro Brown and Leland Seabury Jr. And now the players. Number 10, a 5'6" sophomore, Stanford Riley. Number 12, a 6'2" sophomore, Chris McKinney. Number 13, a 5'10" junior, Marco Harris. Number 14, a 6'3" senior, Darian Nash. Number 25, a 5'10" junior, Jason Rogers. Number 44, a 6'4" junior, James Lewis. And number 52, a 6'4" junior, Sharif Ford. And now the starting lineup for East St. Louis Lincoln. At one forward, a 6'5" sophomore, 22, Conzo Martin.
Much improved, the 5th leading scorer in the tournament.
At the other forward, a 6'7" senior, 43, Bryant Stevenson.
Power forward with rebounding.
At center, a 6'10" senior, number 20, LaFonso Ellis.
One of the best players in America.
At guard, a 6'1" senior, 23, Lawrence Bradford.
One of the keys to their team, averaging 15.
And at the other guard, a 6'3" junior, 21, Vincent Jackson.
Outstanding three-point shooter.
Those are the Tigers of East St. Louis Lincoln.
And now let's meet the Pioneers of St. Francis de Sales High School of Chicago with a record of 29-1. First, the head coach in his 6th season, Mike Kazmars. Assistant coaches, Ron Baliga and Larry Moore. And now the players. First, number 5, a 5'10 junior, Trent Lowry. Number 14, a 5'7 sophomore, Tamel Moore. Number 22, a 6-foot senior, Jeff Thormeyer. Number 25, a 6'5 senior, Rod Ameson. Number 40, a 6-foot sophomore, Dale Parrish. Number 42, a 6-foot junior, Doug Salas. And number 45, a 6'4 senior, Bob Clay. And now introducing the starting lineup for the Pioneers of DeSales High School. At one forward, a 6'6 senior, 44, John Simmons.
The class valedictorian and valuable on the court.
At the other forward, a 6'1 sophomore, 23, Sean McNabb.
Coming into his own, averaging now 7.
At center, a 6'9 senior, 55, Eric Anderson.
Starting today, the leading scorer in the tournament.
At one guard, a 5'7 senior, number 10, Don Aiken.
One of the keys to the team, averaging 11.
And at the other guard, a 6'2 senior, number 11, Tony Michalski.
Hard-nosed on both ends of the court.
The Pioneers of St. Francis de Sales of Chicago. And now, the officials for this championship game, Ruben Norris of Chicago and Kurt Anderson of St. Charles.
We'll be back for the game for number 1. One of your network sponsors is John Deere. DeSales, the Pioneers, shooting for that, the trophy that East St. Louis Lincoln won last year. Won in '82, and Benny Lewis going for his second in a row. The starting lineups are there. The matchup, the high point in the middle. At 6'10", LaFonso Ellis. 6'9", Eric Anderson. They went head-to-head once before, 22-19 in scoring for Anderson. But Lincoln won the game. DeSales in white, trimmed in gold from the Chicago Catholic League. The Tigers in independent, wearing black, trimmed in white and orange. For all the marbles. First turnover, DeSales starts with the ball. In their customary 2-3 zone. Ellis goes in the middle of that zone. Anderson on the baseline. DeSales has a tremendous player. They surround him with role players and hard workers. Sometimes they call them the blue-collar guys. At the compliment, Simmons rejected by Ellis. If you've watched all the tournament, yes, that's Ellis wearing 20. He wears 50 in the light, 20 in the dark. If he's on your team and you're coaching, you wear whatever you want.
You know where he is, too, regardless of his number.
Lincoln shot 43 from the field and held Manual to only 27 in his semifinal today. They took out the Rams 67-50. DeSales won 2 games in overtime. Nobody scored. Aikens is the point guard, 5'7". This is Eric Anderson's first shot, partially blocked. He's got it back, steps in, puts it up and missed. Winston Jackson the rebound. DeSales starts. Zone. 1-2-2. McNabb is on the left wing. Stolen away from LaFonso Ellis. Nicely done by Sean McNabb.
Ellis got the ball inside, and Anderson was behind him, and they had a man in front of him.
DeSales has Anderson roaming across the lane. Aikens penetrates for 2.
See, that's when I said Donald Akins was the key on that last play. Where he penetrates, that time nobody picked him up so he had the shot. If they get on him, he should dump it for the open man.
Jackson had a brilliant shooting game this afternoon in the quarterfinal with 14. He wears number 21, and he shot in 2 threes that hurt Manual. The low block, LaFonso. Mikulski with the rebound. LaSales in the lead. This is the first game for East St. Louis where they weren't prepped, full court the whole game. So St. Francis wants to make a half-court game out of it. Simmons missed. Tip by McNabb. Rebound. McNabb. Blocked by Ellis. You'll hear that more than once. Mikulski, dish off Anderson, is stolen. Tigers want the tempo quicker. Nice save inbounds, but Anderson rebounds. Both teams a little tentative, a little nervous. Both defenses are keeping the middle very tight. Akins with the ball, the career assist leader at LaSales. Baseline, Eric Anderson. Yes. Nice little shot, because if he can make that, they're going to have to guard him there, and that'll give him some room to either dribble in or pass out and cut to the basket, get a little closer to the rim. Eric Anderson, a quick jumper for somebody 220. You can watch him see that. Punzo Martin, so dramatically improved from early going in December. The sophomore, first deuce for Lincoln. Anderson heads to the basket. Now he barges in for two. Well, there's a body flying there. I think this is going to be a physical game because I don't think the officials are going to call it close because they realize there's some very big boys out there. Martin answers no. LaFonso Ellis rebounds and fouled by Mikulski. Ellis got the rebound and brought it down a little bit because I think he wanted to go up and dunk it. Mikulski got him down by his knees. I think we're going to see it again here.
Go over here, John.
The Ellis will get the rebound here. His mistake is to bring it down. Official said he got part of his hand. All right, the Tigers reload. Ellis is being fronted low by Simmons. Bradford with the ball. Ellis bounces free, wheels it to Stevenson. Yes. Nice assist pass. 6-4 to Sales. 4:20 to go. Opening period of the championship game. It was 71 and 72 when Thornridge, Coach Ron Ferguson, won back-to-back state titles. It hasn't been done since. Coach Casbar just yelled out special. That's the play they're running now. It's Simmons with a nice ball fake. He goes in for a layup. Nice fake. He got Ellis up in the air and then took it in for the layup. Yeah, I think when East St. Louis, I think you got to get it inside. You got to do some faking. You got to get sometimes get the ball out. Jackson with a pop. Ellis with the board. Fade away. Yes, sir. Not a great shot for most people. Fading away. Well, if you're the Sales too, I think you'd just even take that shot from out there rather than a dunk. But he can make it either way. A little more high percentage though that dunk. Akins at the point. He finds Anderson in the corner. Squares up and pops. Boom. That was close to it. That was a three. Great shot for Eric Anderson. He looked down at his feet to make sure he was behind the line and drilled into Sales by 5. Blocking foul. McNabb. You talk about excitement in the air. Before this game is over, I bet the Ellis counters with what we were doing. Here it is, far behind the line. Look at the foul through. That was a great shot as release. Very good. Jackson to the right. Bradford a three. Missed the work. Martin rebounds. Oh, nice hit by one hand by Jackson, but Anderson got it. Under 3 minutes, first quarter. Frank, there's no way Anderson's ankle has bothered him. See the way he's playing, he's getting off the ground, and he looks 100% to me. How much adrenaline is there out there? Well, that's true, too. Up to fill up Lake Michigan. Don Akins. Very important for him to shoot that shot, because with the 2-3 zone, he'll be open at that point position. Check this, 48% from the field today, held Rock Island with 33 for DeSales, and they play some defense, so Simmons strips the ball away. DeSales with the ball and a 7-point lead. Down in the tunnel, one thing I heard and could sense, they expect to win when they play. Every time. And so, the Tigers. Well, I was going to say, if I had coaching either one of these teams, I'd have got to expect to win too. That's what makes it such a great matchup. The not the Ellis against Anderson. It's team against team, and we've got two great teams.
2:11 on the clock. There's timeout on the court. DeSales is in the early lead for the state championship. One of your network sponsors, the American Dairy Association of Illinois.
Introducing Data Star, a totally digital voice data switch light years ahead of any other telephone system you can put in your business today.
As a telephone, it offers a broad range of features that make it a highly efficient yet easy-to-use voice communications tool. In conjunction with a data terminal, it transmits digital information to other computers and equipment at the touch of a button while you simultaneously hold a phone conversation. Call Usman Communications today for more information. Springfield, Decatur, Bloomington, and Peoria.
It's a nice little turnaround 15-footer. Like I said, a type of shot you'd want him to take if you're DeSales, but, you know, he can hit that shot.
DeSales with the basketball, 2:09 in the first quarter. Lob to the goal to Anderson, and Michalski has it outside. Aiken penetrates, leaps it over. Nice touch by Simmons, won't go down. Rebound Anderson with a left hand, and Ellis spears it. Martin's on the left wing, goes inside, is fouled.
The last time down, Frank, on that out-of-bounds play, that's the one where DeSales is used, where they lob the ball to Anderson and he dunks it. Now, here we've got Ellis in the game, and he's not going to allow that. They were waiting for it, and it was fortunate DeSales still had the ball, but Ellis did knock it away.
When you talk about adrenaline, Eric Anderson coming into this game for the season was 0 for 2 at three-point range and drilled one. So he's got his first. The Tigers go to Martin. The sophomore moves in. Ellis working and working inside. A lot of banging, very physical. And a personal.
I'll tell you, when there's some action in there, you can usually find Simmons right in the middle of it.
Foul beyond Simmons. You're really right about Simmons. He does the little things. What a valuable guy he is to have on a basketball team. Alfonso with a skyhook. Aiken's got it. 13-6 DeSales. Foul on Jackson.
Well, Frank, one thing we haven't seen, and we've been, I thought this was a key as we progress, because they see East St. Louis play, and as they beat people, you say, okay, I think this is how you can beat them next. The first two games, they were pressed a lot, and some of the players, the perimeter players, had easy jump shots from the outside. Now, if DeSales playing a half-court game, they're not getting those easy jump shots, and they've only got 6 points here with a little over a minute to go in the quarter.
One of the reasons I think the Tigers are so much improved is that Ellis is so much better than he was last year when he was a good player, a very good player. Now he's eye-popping.
Yes, I agree.
He has so much more intensity.
Yeah. He's a complete player, plus he's a leader also.
Aiken, 3. Anderson, a rebound. Talk about great players. That's a package.
Well, Anderson is being very active on the offensive boards, because if he stands, he's going to be screened out by a number of people. So when the shot goes up, he's moving very, very well, and he's getting himself in a position to get those rebounds.
DeSales in their first appearance in the Sweet 16 has come to the championship game, and they're in the lead in the first quarter over the defending champs. Aikens roams the front. They may go for one.
Now, it's just signal from the bench. Coach wants them to go for one. And, of course, with East St. Louis in that zone, since they're losing, they're going to have to come out a little bit, create some action.
East St. Louis averages 81 a game. They're on 6. DeSales shortening up the game and taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it's going to be a half-court game if DeSales has anything to do with it. East St. Louis, I think, is pulling out of their zone, going to man-to-man.
Michalski beat his man inside, but Ellis took care of business. And a foul on DeSales. Simmons.
Michalski tried to use the rim as an extra to keep from getting the shot blocked, but I think Alfonso had him either side. He could have gone to the left of the rim or the right. He was going to block the shot.
Ellis affects so much. What he doesn't block, he alters. Hunzo Martin's open. Yes. Now 10 seconds. Lincoln within 5.
The Tigers have 4 seconds to cut the lead to 3. Vincent Jackson there. He's a 6'3" senior. With 4, with 3. Renzo Martin may warm one up again. He's falling away and through it. And missed at the end of a thrilling quarter. In the title game, DeSales in the lead over East St. Louis Lincoln. One of your network sponsors is Illinois Beef Council. Illinois basketball from the south. East St. Louis Lincoln. From the north, St. Francis DeSales. And they can play with any high school team any place.
It's interesting at the break for the quarter when the DeSales kids came over. Coach Kazmars was emphasizing that they play smart. I think they wanted to go for one shot. Wachowski took the ball in, had a shot blocked, wound up committing a foul, giving up 2 points. Also could have given up another basket. So, the emphasis is to play smart.
Eric Anderson has 3 men around him. He takes it up. No. He's got it back, though. Wachowski. Now Akins. Akins gets in and fades. Won't go. Simmons tips at it. Rebound Anderson. No goal. Offensive foul. Big play.
Well, we got a chance to see it again here. There's the shot, kind of a wild shot. McNabb kept it alive. I don't know. Well, there's a lot of contact in there, and I was just going to say that Eric's not real happy with it. There's a lot of contact in there all the time. I think the officials have done a great job so far, because you don't want to call any tick-and-tack stuff on these 2 big guys and get them out of the game. But when it costs a basket, I think you have to call it.
There's Anderson still reacting to the call. Ellis will go to the foul line. If you think about a smaller Joe Barry Carroll, more active, of course, 27 points, 17 rebounds, and 8 blocks. Look at those numbers. He missed the free throw, and Anderson has yet another rebound.
Well, he already plays with a heck of a lot more intensity than Joe Barry Carroll does, unless I see him playing good.
You bet. Akins at the point. Nice fake by Anderson, blocked partially. Ellis has got it. 2-on-2. Ellis has got it back, and in, and up. He's got it back down. Boy, LaFonso Ellis with quick reaction to the ball. Now DeSales needs to answer.
DeSales' goal against this press is just get the ball up and set up their offense.
Akins got between 2 men and knocked one in. 15-10, the Pioneers. 6 points for Akins.
Excuse me, Frank. I don't think you'll see DeSales trying to get the ball up against that press to get easy shots. They just want to get it up past half court without turning it over.
Martin, stop and pop. DeSales doing a good job on the board.
Well, those are the shots, too, they have to drop because they're really giving him that shot from that position. They were getting a timeout by DeSales.
With 6:15, times out, DeSales in the lead by 5. One of your network sponsors is Country Company.
The day Tom bought his new car, he knew it would start declining in value, month after month. So he added the Keeper coverage to his Country Company's auto insurance. 2 years later, the car was total, unrepairable. But instead of giving him only the used car value, Country Companies bought him a brand new one. Same make and model, even though it cost more than the original. The Keeper for just a few dollars more.
At the end of one quarter, the stats look like this. Lincoln shooting only 29%. DeSales got off 2 more shots. Not a free throw attempted. 9 rebounds for the Pioneers to 7 for Lincoln. Turnovers just about even.
That's a pretty close game. You would think the shooting would be a little bit down for the quarter. I think you're going to see that as the game progresses, that'll go up.
Akins has had a big role in the game, the point guard for DeSales. Here's McNabb trying to go inside, and the ball slipped through his hands. Bradford's got it. He joined us late. Peoria Manual won the 3rd place game, 59-42 over Rock Island. Ellis turns on Anderson. And Anderson's second foul.
for Simmons. There's Anderson playing D. I don't know. I thought it was a good call. Although, like I said before, there is a lot of contact between those two young men most every time the ball goes inside.
Third leading scorer in the tournament starting today, LaFonso Ellis.
Frank, that's Anderson's second foul. I don't know if we've mentioned that before, but with almost 6 minutes to go in the second quarter, that's really a big call.
Ellis a pair. Lincoln within 3. LaSales breaks the press. Gets the ball to the middle to the point guard. Michalski wing right. Ball to the baseline. Nice move by John Simmons.
Yeah, good hard move to the hoop and he laid it up. Because Ellis was right there and just missed the block.
4 points for Simmons. Martin lobs inside. Ellis turns, steps in, and scores.
He got away with, I think, a mistake there because when he caught the ball, he really brought it down to about knee level, and he's letting all of the Sales players have a shot at it to knock it away.
8 for LaFonso. Eric Anderson pull up one-hander.
Hey, coach, let me shoot outside. I'm a forward.
9 for Anderson. LaSales by 5 at the 5-minute mark. First half. Jackson's in the corner. Bradford a 3. Davidson back in a hurry.
Well, they need that outside shooting. There's no question.
The intensity level. You could see Benny Lewis on the edge of his chair.
Notice against this press that they're putting Akins at half court, and I think the reason for that is they don't want him handling the ball with those big guards, two-timing him, and he's not that big, so I think they figure they'll get him the ball up court a little bit and let him do some things with it.
He's 5'7". Anderson, an acrobatic shot, and a long rebound to Kunzo Martin.
Great pass by Michalski. You're kind of surprised there, though.
The Tigers shoot for a tie. Bradford goes inside. Foul on Simmons. Mike Tasmars gets up. Urge his team on. Graduate of Blackburn, class of 72. He's been 6 years at DeSales. Simmons with 2 fouls. Anderson with 2. John Shoemate, Notre Dame, great assistant. He'll, of course, be coaching LaFonso Ellis. The game is tied, and into the game for DeSales, 25, Rod Amison, a 6'5" senior.
This gives DeSales a little bit more size in there. He may feel, Coach Casbars may feel he needs it.
Akins with the ball. Clock moves to 4:05, second quarter. Amison sets up at the high post. Anderson low. Still a zone for the Tigers. Anderson wheels around LaFonso. Simmons picks up the ball in the lane. It's a jump ball call. Possession goes to the Tigers. You read the lips. He got fouled, was what Casmar said.
Well, he was reaching around and he did have the ball. But it's one of those things that, you call a jump ball before the foul.
They collapse on Ellis. Over his hands, out of bounds to DeSales. 19 all. DeSales led 13-8 at the quarter. Not a lot of scoring. Very physical. Michalski. Now to Akins, a 3. Ball is loose. Picked up by the Tigers. Stevenson the board. Bradford in transition. A 3. Jackson missed. Tip. Good by Martin. And the Tigers grab the lead. Kunzo Martin with 6. DeSales tries to answer. Looking into Eric Anderson. There he is. Left-handed move in the lane. Won't go.
It's partially blocked by Ellis.
Tigers on a run. Again, the DeSales bench wanted a foul. Jackson again to Ellis. Whirls. Stepped out of bounds.
It's a very important time for DeSales. I think very important time for Coach Kazmar, too, because you're getting a little excited about some of the calls or non-calls. And, certainly don't want a technical foul now.
Akins goes all the way. Blocked. Taken down by Anderson. He steps back in, and he is fouled. And you saw the coaches on the sideline fire and ice.
Well, that's the way you got to go up there hard. And, of course, Anderson's got the body to do it. And they want the same thing out of Simmons and Amison also.
Foul is on Jackson. Ellis checks the scoreboard. It's 21-19 in favor of Lincoln.
Intensity and the look on his face.
One of the real differences about him this year than last year. So much more intense. His skill level has improved.
I think for the DeSales, they've got to get somebody to come up with a little bit more offense for them. I think they can't rely on Eric Anderson as much as they have.
2 more for Anderson. The game is tied in the second quarter. Martin, a big difference the way he's played since December. DeSales keeps the ball. Vincent Jackson. Ellis has Amison and Anderson around him. They're always aware of him on the low side. High post, Stevenson. Jackson on the move. Couldn't hit, but Ellis is there.
Obviously, somebody forgot to screen him out on that weak side board. Anderson was on the strong side. Either Amison or Simmons should have been down there.
13 for LaFonso Ellis. Make it 12. 2-3 zone. And Simmons goes to the baseline. Anderson, one-hander, won't go, but a foul.
See, there's a good example of relying on Anderson, I think, too much. He's inside the last time down. Now he's going outside for that jumper. There are other offensive players out there. I think they just got to start looking at the basket a little bit more.
Sophomore Sean McNabb comes back.
Here we have that shot, and there's Anderson guarding the ball. But see, nobody screened Ellis out, and he went about 11 feet. And he just tipped it in. Nice soft hands.
Anderson with a shooter's touch.
Ellis and Anderson haven't disappointed us, have they?
Not a bit. We talked about him reminding us a bit of Kent Benson. But got more bounce, a little more active.
What I like about both of them is that their dispositions are good. They don't yell at their teammates. They encourage. They don't get too excited.
Keep the ball stripped away from Ellis, but a foul on DeSales.
I think what Coach Kazmar would like is the same thing at the other end. When he gets the ball inside and there's a lot of that reach, and he'd like the officials to call some of those fouls.
Dick Van Syre called Ellis a windmill. There's Sean McNabb. All 3 baseline players for the Pioneers with 2 personals.
Both these big guys have such great touch. They're 6'9", and for being, 220 or 225, and they put the ball up there so soft.
In 86, Nick Anderson of Simeon was Player of the Year, Mr. Basketball in Illinois. In 87, Marcus Liberty. Who will it be in 88? Whoever you're probably looking at him. Steal and score by Martin. Big play.
I think that's the first turnover on this press. And it cost him a hoop.
It's a 4-point lead for the Tigers. 1:12 to play. East St. Louis Lincoln has favored the 2-3 zone all day. McNabb on the right side. They overload the right. Akins got penetration and was fouled.
I was just going to mention that Akins hasn't been penetrating as much. I don't know if that's part of the game plan or what, but every time he has, it seems to me, he's either dished the ball off for a basket, he's got a basket or two himself. That time he drew a foul. So since we only have 56 seconds to go in the second quarter here, that might be something that coach will talk to him about for the second half and start doing that a little bit more.
Chris McKinney, sophomore, into the lineup for the Tigers, replaces Vincent Jackson. Benny Lewis said, we have to stop Don Akins from penetrating. If we can do that, we're likely to be successful. The shot came out, but Anderson saved it. Simmons found a way free and then threw it away. Lawrence Bradford goes coast to coast. With 40 seconds, LaSales is 6 down. Very important part of the game. Simmons comes up to help. Time in the second quarter. It's been a good quarter for the Tigers. Anderson's up the high post. You can see LaSales content with 1. They'd like to go in 4 down. Akins with 5. With 3. Anderson fires. No good. That's the end of a physical first half for the state championship. The Tigers are in the lead over St. Francis LaSales, 29-23. Now let's pause for these messages.
It's here, in Illinois. It captures your spirit. It makes you move. It's here, the newest Cutlass Supreme. It's a new Illinois legend come to life. Oldsmobile's Cutlass Supreme. The 1988 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme, exclusively from your Heartland men of Oldsmobile. Art Evelyn Olds, Century Motors, Downs Motors, Gordon Olds.
A very physical first half of basketball ends that way, with the Tigers ahead of the Pioneers by 6. At the end of one quarter, DeSales was in the lead 13-8, and they had their way early. They were leading 13-10, but in the second quarter, they were outscored by the Tigers 21-10, and that's turned the game around. 3 fouls on all the baseline starters for the Pioneers. We'll check the scores. We'll have halftime features and more. Ellis leading Anderson 14-13 here at halftime. We'll be back. One of your network sponsors is John Deere.
Ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to mid-court for the presentation of the 3rd and 4th place team and individual awards for the boys Class AA state basketball tournament. Presenting medallions to the squad members of the 4th place team will be Mr. Edward Roberts of Oak Forest High School in Oak Forest, who serves the IHSA as a member of the board, and Dr. Richard Stevenson of Dunbar High School in Chicago, who serves the IHSA as vice president of the board. At this time, please meet the Rocks of Rock Island High School, who finished the 1988 season in 4th place with a final record of 27 wins and 6 losses. Let's meet the principal of Rock Island High School, Mr. John Murphy. Head coach, Duncan Reed. Assistant coach, Jim Condon. Assistant coach, Mike Brown. And now the players. Number 33, Maurice Woods. Number 44, John Barnes. Number 23, Donald Mentria. Number 30, Fontaine Walker. Number 24, Ray Jackson. Number 45, Brian Jones. Number 22, Rick Kelly. Number 52, Lamont Wortham. Number 32, Shane McGahee. Number 14, Chris Allison. Number 34, Donnie White. Number 43, Anthony Pulliam. Manager, Bryce Emaker. And manager, Todd Stiebel. Those are the Rocks of Rock Island High School. Presenting medallions to the squad members of the third-place team will be Mr. Lauren Stevens of Winona High School in Winona, who serves the IHSA as a member of the board, and Dr. David Turner of Porta High School in Petersburg, who serves the IHSA as president of the board. At this time, let's meet the Rams of Peoria Manual High School, who finished the 1988 season in third place with a final record of 29 wins and 5 losses. Here is the principal of Manual High School, Mr. Eric Johnson. Head coach, Dick Van Syak. Assistant coach, Wayne McLean. Assistant coach, Chuck Westendorf. Assistant coach, Jerry Stoll. Assistant coach, Ken Meissner. And now the players. Number 10, Terry Washington. Number 14, John Deal. Number 20, Lynn Collins. Number 30, David Booth. Number 32, Ken Sidner. Number 34, Howard Nathan. Number 40, Rick Morgan. Number 42, Damon Hendricks. Number 44, James Shuttleworth. Number 50, Jerry Williams. Number 52, Tom Wilson. And number 54, Demetrius Clements. Those are the Rams of Peoria Manual High School. And now for the trophy presentations. Presenting the fourth place trophy will be Mr. Stevens, will head coach Duncan Reed, and captains of Rock Island High School please step forward to receive the fourth place trophy. Mr. Stevens, if you please. Congratulations to fourth place finisher, Rock Island High School. And now, presenting the third place trophy will be Mr. William Mitz of Monticello High School in Monticello, who serves the IHSA as a member of the board. Will Coach Dick Van Syak and captains of Manual High School please step forward to receive the third place trophy. Mr. Mitz, if you please. Congratulations to Manual High School, this year's third place finisher in Class AA.
And our congratulations to the Peoria Manual Rams and to the Rocks of Rock Island. At halftime of our title game, East St. Louis Lincoln leads LaSales 29-23. We'll be back. One of your network sponsors, the Illinois Beef Council. This one free throw. Rebounds and turnovers. Dead heat.
It's almost like with the distance there, it should be a little bit closer than 6 points.
LaFonso Ellis in points with 14. The sophomore Kunzo Martin 8. Bradford with 5 and Stevenson a deuce. DeSales. Eric Anderson 13 with 2 fouls. Akins has scored 6. Simmons has scored 4 with 2 fouls. Sean McNabb also has 2 fouls. That whole baseline for the Pioneers with 2 fouls apiece. We're going to come back with the final half of the Class AA Championship. One of your network sponsors, the American Dairy Association of Illinois. Bill Geist at halftime of the title game. This has been a showcase game, and it's been talked about in Ballyhood all day long about Anderson and Ellis. Has there been too much emphasis by each team on their center?
I think so. They're going to their strength, obviously, and they're looking for that leadership. But I think the team that gets a little bit of scoring from their teammates, the other players, I think is going to be the winner here. I think what the DeSales, 3 people scored, and I think with East St. Louis, 4 people scored. But even with that one guy only had 2 points, I think. So we're just seeing the main people doing the bulk of the offense.
Now 2 overtime games for St. Francis de Sales. What factor is that?
Well, I think it was a factor at the last couple of minutes of that second quarter. Now the Sales has got a chance to breathe here a little bit. It's going to be interesting to see whether they come out with that spark. But I thought the quicker jumpers and the quicker people were on the East St. Louis side, and it could be the tiredness factor.
Quickly, what would be the keys to the game for each team in the second half?
Well, for DeSales, I think, is to keep bringing the ball up against that press without turning it over, and to get somebody involved. I would say Simmons or Buchalski or McNabb to get involved in the offense.
We'll see if you're right when we come back. East St. Louis Lincoln in the lead. Let's pause for these messages. Anderson of DeSales with 11 rebounds. LaFonso Ellis with 8. Ellis had 14 points, and Anderson there with 13. First game the two teams played, Anderson had 22 points and 21 rebounds. Okay, DeSales starts with the ball. They're down 6. As you pointed out, Coach, those stats were really equal.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if Aikens starts or will penetrate a little bit more this half than he did the first.
Tigers content to stay in their 2-3 zone, and why not? Michalski wing left, McNabb right. Now Simmons roams the baseline. Aikens looked at a 3, gave to Michalski. There's the 3. Rebound, Simmons, left-handed foul.
That's Ellis' first foul. I think this was one of the things that Coach forgot the
Kazmars.
Kazmars, I'm sorry. Forgive me, Mike. That he was a little concerned with that first half is that his star had 2 fouls and Ellis was blocking all these shots and doing all this stuff and didn't have a foul. Now we get Ellis' first foul at the start of the third quarter here.
You're looking at John Simmons, 6'6", a senior.
It's got to keep me from getting excited enough. Forget names and everything, forget where I'm at.
If you can't get excited at the state championship game, when should you?
Something on an easier name.
There you see the delay, wiping up some powder or something like that off the floor.
Yeah, I think the East St. Louis little powder sticking stuff on their hands, and if they wipe it off, and some of it will drift to the floor. There's still a little bit over there, but I don't think it's slippery where one of the players will get hurt.
Simmons put home the free throw.
Got a friendly roll that time.
You know, imagine, team plays 30 games, they've lost 1. They're playing for the title against the team that beat them.
You know, we couldn't set it up any better, I don't think. You know, if you were to outline it at the beginning of the state tournament or whatever.
On the other side, a team trying to win its 3rd title for the coach, 2nd in a row. Hunzo Martin's double team. Stevenson's come to the high post, unusual for him. Martin fires.
Martin has been willing to take that shot. He's hit it a couple times.
10 points for Martin. Averages 13. Now DeSales needs to get momentum back. They came out of the chute. A lot of fire. Anderson ducks in and got it.
Nice power move. He got the ball, got his feet set where he wanted it to, and just powered it up and kind of dared LaFonso to block the shot. I think very smartly so, LaFonso backed off this time.
15 for Anderson. Look at Bradford move to the right. There's Ellis. Going against Anderson one-on-one. Shot is in and out.
See, the difference in the 2 shots that time is that Anderson powered to the hoop, whereas Ellis kind of faded away a little bit. And, of course, the power move is a lot higher percentage shot.
Ellis averages 23 points a game, but he's not really a big scorer. Big time. Inside Anderson.
Nice fake that time. He got the ball. Little pump fake, a shot fake. Got Ellis up in the air, and then went up for the easy shot. Very nice move offensively, and a good pass in.
2 in a row by Anderson. And what I mean when I say that about Ellis is that you think of so many other parts of his game first. Rebounding, intimidation, shot blocking the ref.
Well, you're right.
Martin's free again. Good again.
There's an example of that passing you just mentioned. Little touch pass back to the corner for that easy shot.
And Martin enjoys the freedom. He's up to 12. The lead is 4.
Nobody from DeSales has really come out to take that shot as Martin's been doing for East St. Louis.
Aikens flips the ball between the legs. Anderson posts up. Back out to Michalski. Now Aikens for 3. Rebound comes to Martin. 5.5 to play, 3rd quarter. Bradford launches a three. It's way too hard. McNabb rebounds. Now DeSales sets up. They know what they want to do. They want to go to the block. Their big horse. Chalsky looked in there. Here he is. Anderson backs his way in. Can't get it up. And covered up by Martin. Crowd wanted a foul. Now a whistle. A technical foul has been called. Called on the bench of the Pioneers. So the technical foul comes at 4:52 in the third and a 4-point game. And LaFonso Ellis shoots.
I think it's obvious here that Coach Gaston thought that Anderson was fouled, and there's been contact down there, and not enough fouls have been called to suit him. Now what'll happen here, the East St. Louis gets 2 shots, and they'll have the ball out of bounds, but they had the ball anyway, so the most it's going to cost them, well, it didn't cost them anything, because he didn't make either shot.
Well, the coach did not get up.
No, you don't have to. That's one of the ways to get a technical, but there are other ways. You got to watch your mouth as much as that gets you in a lot more trouble than standing up sometimes.
McKinney, 12 in the corner for the Tigers. He got away from his man. He's looking for Ellis. Oh, and Martin isn't covered again. Anderson's got the rebound.
Martin has come to play offensively, I will say that. He's very active in there, not afraid to take the shots and put the ball on the floor. The wings for DeSales, McNabb and Michalski, I don't know if they've taken a shot this game yet, and I think they have to.
Anderson wants the ball, and he's got it. A little cycle.
Great shot. He caught the ball, got his balance again, and for that little jump hook, not a little jump hook, it's a big jump hook, but even being as good as Ellis is, he couldn't get his hand on it.
Couple of parade All-Americans. 19 points for Anderson. It's a 2-point game. 3:55 in the third. LaFonso's at the foul line. Steps in a little closer. He's got body control. 16 for LaFonso. Sales tries to answer. Aikens penetrates. Goes into the paint. Couldn't get it to stick.
No, nice moving shot. He put it up there soft, but it just rolled out on him.
Martin slices and deals it up. No. He's got it back. Yes.
All of a sudden, it's back up to 6 again.
1-2-1-1 zone press by the Tigers. Falls back 2-3 zone. Anderson again. He had Ellis on his hip. It's a foul on LaFonso's second. Mike Anderson pin him.
Come over to you got him on his arm. Another good call. That's what, his second foul, though, I think, yeah. The second foul, we've only got 3 minutes to go. That's not a problem. Not yet, at least.
Another quick foul on either big man would be. Anderson's inside, but Martin steals it. So DeSales doesn't get a shot that time. Martin's in the corner to Ellis. Ellis turned to the right and got it.
Now there's that power move that Anderson's been using at the other end. Sales has got to watch themselves now. It's up to 8. They don't want this to get away from them, because they are not a team that can catch up real quick.
Important trip down the court. Aikens fakes and shoots. Ellis owns the board. Came out of there to Jackson. Jackson was fouled. Well, the intensity is there.
Now here's the way to see it again. Chelsea's coming over.
Toughest call you can have. Timeout on the court. 2:26 to play. East St. Louis Lincoln trying for 2 in a row in the lead. One of your network sponsors is Country Company. Big-time basketball game with powerhouse players.
And a powerhouse move.
In a game of this time, this setting for the state championship, how tough is it to officiate?
Oh, well, you wouldn't get me out there. I don't know what they're paying them. But see, this is an honor for these guys. But they're, well, in my opinion, they're two of the best in the state, in a lot of people's opinion, because they're working a championship game. And we could criticize a call or two, and, you know, they're going to miss one once in a while. But I think they're doing a fantastic job.
Lincoln's moved up their shooting to 47%. DeSales at 34, and they'll need to improve that to cut into this 8-point advantage.
I think what makes the game harder to officiate is the size of these players and their quickness.
It's so evident when you see these great teams, and that's with an exclamation point. DeSales in his own. Jackson a three. Couldn't go. Rebound one-handed. Ellis guided it home.
What an athletic move. Up there, caught the ball in the air, and then just guided into the hoop, as you mentioned.
10-point advantage, and Eric Anderson tries to answer, and he's fouled by Ellis' third.
Well, Anderson made a very good move there, because when he went up for the shot, he kind of brought it back over his head. And we're going to see it here again. Now watch, he brings the ball over his head, and Ellis reaches over to block it. I think if Ellis would have backed off, I don't think Anderson could have put that ball in the hoop.
Ellis has 3 fouls, 20 points, and that's power basketball. They just pack it inside, and they're pounding it in there now to Anderson.
Well, that's 3 quick fouls, because he didn't have any at the half. And I said before, when he picked up the second, it wasn't much of a problem yet, and it has now become a problem because it's, 1:55 to go in the third quarter, and he's got his third. And you know DeSales is going to keep going to Anderson.
That makes it an 8-point lead as Anderson hits a pair.
Have a little three-quarter court pressure now by DeSales just to change the tempo maybe a little bit, or give East St. Louis a little different look.
Tipped out of bounds by Michalski.
I think this is a good move by Coach Kazmars again, too, because he's getting the players have been playing that 1-2-2 zone, and now he's got them trapping a little bit, giving them something a little bit more to think about.
Jackson with a bounce. Ellis missed the rebound. It's on the floor. DeSales comes out of there.
Good scrap by Michalski that time.
Michalski, the steals leader on the club, got it to Aikens. Look at the triple team inside. They pack it in. Michalski fires. Will not go.
I was just going to say, Michalski, they're not even guarding him.
Martin's on the other end for one off the window.
Nice assist pass and a good night. Soft shot off the glass.
16 for Martin in a big game, and a foul on Martin. 1:06, third quarter. The lead is 10 for the Tigers.
Martin almost had a great play there because Simmons was a little bit lazy with the pass going across, and he almost anticipated it. He would have had himself a steal in the basket.
I asked Jerry Leggett of Quincy what the big difference was for Tigers now as early in the season. He said one is the sophomore. He is dramatically better.
East St. Louis is changing their zone a little bit. This is almost, I would say, like a 1-3 zone with a man-to-man on Anderson.
Anderson got free. Ellis goes, gets it. Bradford on the hunt. He's got Stevenson for the pop. It starts to slip away from DeSales, and they call timeout. 36 seconds to go in the third quarter. We'll be back. Now let's pause for these messages. DeSales trying to climb back. They're 12 down. They're 36 seconds in the third quarter. In the third quarter, late, LaFonso Ellis got his third foul, and the Tigers responded with a change of defense, Coach.
Right. What they're doing now is, now they're not going to do it right now. I think they got a different, well, this is their dime in the one press. But they're putting a man at the point in the zone, a 3-man zone, protecting the baseline, and then Vincent Jackson is going to be man-to-man on Anderson. We can see it now. 21 is fronting Anderson, and he's got, of course, Ellis behind him to help him out.
A glimpse a moment ago of Illinois assistant coach Dick Nagy.
Now, what this is going to do is leave Michalski on the left wing over there and McNabb on the right wing here, 23, with open shot.
Under 10 seconds, as you see. The Tigers have the ball back. Bradford goes inside. He's got it back. 3, 2. He doesn't know it. He launches it. It'll count. It didn't go. At the end of 3 quarters for the state championship, the Tigers leading the Pioneers. One of your network sponsors is John Deere. 8 more minutes, Coach. Look at this D.
Right, well, that's Vincent Jackson fronting Anderson, and what you don't see here is that LaFonso, there he is, LaFonso Ellis is standing behind him, so you're not going to get him the ball. I think what's got to happen here is Coach Kazmar should tell McNabb and Machowski to start shooting the ball, because if they don't score, all right, they don't, but at least you got to give them a chance because they're the ones that are going to have the open shot. They're 12 down now. Something's got to be different because you're not going to get the ball to Anderson enough to make up for a 12-point difference.
LaSales starts the quarter with a turnover and hence the ball. High post Simmons fakes and shoots. Anderson rebounds, foul on Stevenson.
They had a little bit of a switch there. I think they brought Simmons up to the high post, probably with the idea of going into him for a shot or two, and then leaving Anderson at the baseline, probably to roam around looking for some offensive rebounds. Or to go in the corner for that three-point shot he likes to shoot.
Look at the free throws. LaSales 8 of 9 in the game. Ellis, all of Lincoln, 6 of 9.
Nobody else has shot a free throw.
Nobody else.
And two of that, he's only missed 3. 2 of them were that technical foul, if you remember. Seems like when he could go up there with people lined up there on the line, he's deadly.
Anderson's a wonderful foul shooter, almost 80%.
He wasn't the first 2 games, but he sure picked up his slack this championship game.
The 10-point game, right away a foul on Michalski. Tony picks it up. Playing pressure D. LaSales is going to get Jeff Thormeyer, the 6-foot senior, off the bench.
Here we're going to see here's the foul. Bounce it up there. He goes after the ball. He went after it hard. He knocked him over. It's obvious foul.
4th foul, Michalski. Vincent Jackson slides into the front court. Martin's open. Ellis steps back in, moves and scores. It counts and he's fouled.
Well, that's a big play. Very big play. He puts them, 12 up now, and there he's on the line shooting a free throw.
Take a look at this.
Let's see how he gets the ball. He just glides to the other side of the hoop. He's very happy with himself, as you can see.
Foul is on Simmons.
Excuse me, Frank. I think this change of defense is a great move by Coach Lewis to protect this big man with fouls and make the sales players get more involved in the offense. He's daring them to shoot and daring them to get involved.
Ellis missed. He has 22 points. Anderson has 23 points. What a war. Simmons fakes. Anderson tips at it. And Ellis has yet another one. And a foul. Boy, it's tough on the board.
Well, it really is now. He got him up in the air, took the shot, missed it. Anderson got the tip. A lot of contact in there. Ellis has got to watch his elbows a little bit because that could be a foul or a violation also. Have a change of defense here too by LaSales. Now they're man-to-man. Now we do have that. Sorry, now we do have that matchup with Ellis and Anderson guarding each other because LaSales isn't a man-to-man. They've got to do something a little bit different. They're 12 down, 7 minutes to go.
Remember, the three-point shot is in this game. That makes leads even smaller than they really are.
Except the only one who's been willing to shoot that is Aiken.
Aiken's got free. Knapp shakes and moves. Ellis yet another rebound. What a power he is around the basket. Jackson made a quick move and won. St. Louis Lincoln 47, LaSales 35, 6:31 to play in the championship. What a tournament we've had. LaSales got here with an overtime over Simeon, an overtime over Rock Island. Aiken's a 3. Thormeyer goes for it, but Stevenson at 6-7. And a steal. Look at Simmons get his hand on that ball. Anderson goes to the post. Thormeyer wants the entry pass there. Anderson had to come out to get it. And Simmons is in the air, adjusted, couldn't get it to go down.
Well, and Lewis didn't want an intimidation on that one. See, they're really taking
looks on. Don Akins checks out. Michalski back in.
I bet he's back real soon. I just think Coach wants to tell him something. Give him a minute breather here.
5:40 to play. LaSales trying to cut into the lead. They'd like a hoop here to come within 10. McNabb moves and is fouled. LaSales bench checking to see if there might be goaltending.
Well, you hope. You know, you can always ask. They can turn you down, but you can always ask.
The Coach of the Year in the Catholic League, Mike Hasmar.
What a great job he's done. Not only this year, but the previous years also. He's been up there winning a lot of basketball games. It's really, I'm very happy for him that he can make it down here in his first trip.
118 wins, only 48 losses in 6 years. McNabb missed.
He just can't get on track offensively.
LaSales has got 2 points so far in the fourth quarter. But that's all Lincoln has got, too. There's a 12-point lead then. Missing a pair. Simmons tapped at it, tried to keep it alive. Martin has it. The Tigers relentlessly move down court.
Clock's becoming more and more of a factor, Frank.
Ellis on a fade. One of those shots you encourage him to take if you're guarding him.
Yeah, and I don't know if Benny Lewis wants that, because with the clock winding down like this, I think they can afford to be a little bit more choosy about the shots they take.
Michalski's open at the top. That's Thormeyer, right wing. McMahon fucks into the lane for a pop. It won't go. Simmons get it and got it down.
At least McMahon's looking at the basket. He'll put one of those down. You got to keep shooting. They're good shots. You got to keep firing.
There's still 4:43 to go. Vincent Jackson scoots by his man and gets Ellis. Anderson rebounded. And the Pioneers hit another.
Well, that was a little bit lucky. He missed that shot. He made a nice move and just rolled out on him. I think the Sales will take anything they get right now.
Simmons blocked by a man with those great arms. Akins back in for the Pioneers.
Yeah, but now we've got the 5 starters in. Thormeyer gave each a couple of the guys a little bit of a breather.
Look at this snuff.
Yeah, nice time.
Michalski can't get one in. And now Bradford wheels it up the court. Jackson quickly. Blocked by Anderson. Great play by Anderson.
They hustle down court is right. And he got a good block. Good block goaltending on that one.
Akins turns and calls timeout. 4 minutes, 4 seconds to play. The Sales trying to come back from a 10-point advantage of the Tigers. Now let's pause for these messages. Come back. They spent all their timeouts but one, and even the little folks are here.
I think that was a great timeout by DeSales because they got it down to 10. East St. Louis hasn't done much offensively lately. They just got that block shot by Anderson. They had a spark, and I think Coach just wanted to remind them we're still in this.
Michalski fakes. Inside it goes to McNabb. He missed. Ellis with 22 points has 9 blocks for a record. Anderson with 23 points and a block.
McNabb is loose. There's something to his neck.
Jackson on the move. Running some clock. Nice defense that time by the Sales. Couldn't turn it over. Bradford is outside and backing up. Lincoln well prepared. Ellis on the block. Exchanges with Martin. The lead is 10.
Clock is becoming more and more effective, Frank.
And East St. Louis do it. They've got 3 minutes to hold on. A steal by the Sales. Now let's see what they do. Anderson's the high post. Now moves. Michalski, 3.
Boy, they need that badly. If he could just loosen up a little bit. He's wide open on that shot. He hits another one. What do we got? We're down to 7 now.
There's a steal. It's Akins. Missed the layup. At the 2:30 mark. Great steal. Couldn't get it down. Ellis turns this time to his left. Hangs up, throw up a bad shot. Got it back. And is fouled.
hit by Anderson, a great play by Ellis. He took the shot, and it was obviously a bad shot, but because of the defense, and they fouled the shot and made a good thing out of it.
Look at Akins take the ball away here, and it won't.
Just shot a little bit too hard. That's very disappointing for Mr. Akins.
4 fouls on McNabb, and you can see where he's holding his shoulder. Sean McNabb, 6'1", sophomore for DeSales. And a little treatment there. And Ellis, another. He missed it. He has 23. The lead is 8. He has all the free throws attempted by his team in the game. Wachowski, 3 more. No. Ellis. Rebound advantage for the Tigers here late. Under 2 minutes. Vincent Jackson on the move. Nice play by Eric Anderson to get the ball. DeSales 8 away. There's the clock. 3-point shot, Akins. Rebound, Simmons for 2. Now it's 6. DeSales puts on the pressure. Foul on Thormeyer. And the Tigers will now have to shoot free throws. Vincent Jackson, 62% free throw shooter. He's 52% from three-point range.
Well, as we said before, no matter what you've hit during the season, in this situation here, it doesn't make any difference. These are clutch, very crucial, and of course a lot of pressure. Boy, what a nice release. That's picture-perfect form.
Very confident shot.
I don't think he realizes he's a minute 32 away from the state championship.
Did 17 in the Super, 14 earlier today. Jackson hit them both in the clutch. A minute and a half to play. Wachowski tries a 3. Yes! He's hit 2 out of 3 from there. 5-point ball game with 1:20. And wouldn't you know it, Jackson.
That's a break, I think, for East St. Louis, because they don't need that shot. But it went in, so it sure looks good.
4 points in a row for Jackson. Wachowski again. Good again! 4-point game at 1 minute. Steal by DeSales. They got a chance. Akins score! 2-point game. 53 seconds. Timeout. The Assembly Hall is going wild. We'll come back with a dramatic finish in a moment. Now let's pause for this message. What an experience being in the state tournament. It transcends just basketball. The experience, the commitment, the intensity, the excitement. Coach Bill Geist, you've experienced it all. Is this special?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We're having a lot of fun right now, I'll tell you that.
So is Tony Wachowski.
You better believe it. I think he'd like to start the game over again. That's it. His third three-pointer.
Followed by Aiken steal there.
Well, what's interesting there is that Coach Kasmar told Thormeyer to foul. Well, he went after the ball, thinking, okay, if I foul, that's what Coach wants me to do. We'll put him on the line. But I may just get the steal, and that's exactly what happened, and we got a 2-point game.
It's wild here. Vincent Jackson will take the ball out of bounds for Lincoln. They lead DeSales 52-50. There's the clock, 53 seconds. And what a comeback by the Pioneers. Ellis helps out. Akins almost got it. And a foul on Thormeyer.
That could be their game plan, to foul, send them to the line to see what's happened, because they do have a hot three-point shooter out here right now, and of course you still have Eric Anderson underneath.
DeSales got by Simeon in overtime. Got by Rock Island in overtime.
Well, it's an even number. We could end up again. What kind of free throw shooter is
71 for Martin. Takes a lot of time. And gave his team a 3-point lead, a sophomore.
I was just going to say, he's a sophomore.
17 in the game Punzo Martin.
You got to remember, too, DeSales only has one more timeout, so if they want to stop the clock, they can do it one time.
Martin hit them both.
Lots of free throw shooting for East St. Louis so far.
DeSales needs 2 possessions. Akins and Michalski outside. This is Eric Anderson. Michalski pulls up. 30 seconds, 3-point shot, Akins. Rebound, Vincent Jackson tied up.
The arrow goes to DeSales.
Possession DeSales. 26 seconds. The Pioneers down 4.
East St. Louis is now guarding Michalski, and they're leaving Thormeyer and Akins open. So those are the two I think they have to take that shot.
Michalski's covered, fires anyway. Can't hit. Saved in bounds to the Tigers. Martin's on the other end alone with 15 seconds gone. That might have been the state championship. Akins a 3. Not good. Michalski rebounds for 2. Timeout, 5 seconds. Five seconds in the game. Michalski hit it. But the Tigers have the ball and a 4-point advantage.
The key is, I think, the 4-point advantage. Because even if they get a steal or if they foul and get a missed free throw, this was a big break because 2 of the East St. Louis players were out of bounds.
It's tipped back in by DeSales, and Martin connects for the advantage. There's 5 seconds left, and Mike Kazmars won't give up the hope.
No, you don't. What they need is either a 5-second violation where they can get the ball right away or a steal. But even if they do get the ball and score, they can't stop the clock anymore, Frank.
What an exciting game. Your network sponsors, the Illinois Pork Producers, Country Company, John Deere, American Dairy Association of Illinois, and the Illinois Beef Council are happy to be presenting tonight's action. Hope you're enjoying it just a little bit as much as we are. Our network stations, thanks along the line: WPWR Chicago, WQRF Rockford, WCEE Mount Vernon, WQAD Moline, WSIL Harrisburg, KHQA in Quincy, WHOI Peoria, WRST Springfield, WCCU Champaign. Thank you all. 5 seconds to go in the championship. The Tigers trying to repeat. They lead by 4. Whistle before it's in bounds, and a foul on DeSales. No time off the clock.
Intentional foul was called, which means 2 shots and the ball out of bounds.
It is an intentional foul call on Michalski. And the rule is clear. 2 shots and the ball. Michalski has fouled out of the game. A great play and a great effort for that senior.
You see it. Oh, he's got it. Yeah, he's got a hold of his jersey and pulling him down. That's why that's a great ball. That's a foul. I think what he was looking for is the charge and hopefully get the ball without the clock moving.
DeSales gets to Moore. Now Bob Clay. Dale Parrish up off their bench. Trent Lowry. Doug Taylor.
Coach Kazmars is taking all his starters on. They all deserve a big round of applause by their fans. What a great season they've had.
Well, they will have won 29 and lost 2, both to the state champions. Chris McKinney for the Tigers is shooting. Eric Anderson with 23 points in the game will be headed to Notre Dame. One of the best players, or check it, Indiana. Ellis goes to Notre Dame.
Boy, can you imagine if one of those schools had both of them? Holy smokes.
Anybody would be an instant power. Congratulations to the Pioneers, the Chicago Catholic League champions. And to the team, the first since 72 to win back-to-back. Ellis, and the buzzer on 3! There it is! State champions again! coach calls him the truth. He said he was on a mission.
He said earlier he was going to shoot a three-pointer, didn't we?
He said he'd shoot the three.
Look how he is. Imagine the strength. Look at his follow-through. That's really a great shot. That's proper form.
Look how far out on the court.
Look at his release, though, Frankie. That's a nice release and a perfect twist. Oh, that's a great ending. I guess a very fitting ending to a great tournament for that young man.
For the record, the final score is 60-52.
What a great game. Just a great game. For the made it exciting there. They were 2 down, but and they had the momentum, and East St. Louis was up to it and scored those free throws. That takes a lot of guts.
March Madness is what athletics is all about. It'll produce memories that'll last forever.
That's a great scene, isn't it, Frank? Great scene.
East St. Louis Lincoln, only the second team in 30 years to repeat. LaSales, who survived a couple of overtimes to get to the championship, just simply ran into the best team in the state.
Well, I have to agree with you. I think they took everybody on, and they played different styles. Today it was a half-court game, really. I thought the style of play favored DeSales, and they beat them at that. They beat the 2 teams running. Now they beat a team half-court.
All right, now we're ready for the presentation. Here's Steve Adams.
Ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to midcourt for the presentation of the first and second place team and individual awards for the boys Class AA state basketball tournament. Presenting medallions to the squad members of the second place team will be Dr. Richard Stevenson of Dunbar High School in Chicago, who served the IHSA as vice president of the board, and Mr. Thomas Howard of Fremd High School in Palatine, who served the IHSA as secretary of the board. At this time, please meet the pioneers of St. Francis de Sales High School, who finished the 1988 season in second place with a final record of 29 wins and 2 losses. Meet the principal of St. Francis de Sales, Mr. Walter Schultz. Head coach, Mike Kazmars. Assistant coach, Ron Baliga. Assistant coach, Larry Moore.
Then I'll just wrap it. Yeah. Okay.
Manager, Randy Jurek. Manager, Corey Smith. And now the players. Number 5, Trent Lowry. Number 10, Don Akins. Number 11, Tony Michalski. Number 14, Tamel Moore. Number 22, Jeff Thormeyer. Number 23, Sean McNabb. Number 25, Rod Amison. Number 40, Dale Parrish. Number 42, Doug Salis. Number 44, John Simmons. Number 45, Bob Clay. And number 55, Eric Anderson. Those are the pioneers of St. Francis de Sales High School. Presenting medallions to the squad members of the first place team will be Mr. Leroy Newton of Carterville High School in Carterville, who served the IHSA as a member of the board, and Mr. Fred Curtis of East High School in Belleville, who served the IHSA as treasurer of the board. At this time, please meet the Tigers of East St. Louis Lincoln High School, who finished the 1988 season in first place with a final record of 28 wins and 4 losses. Here is the principal of Lincoln High School, Mr. John Bailey, Jr. Head coach, Benny Lewis. Assistant coach, Jethro Brown. Assistant coach, Leland Seabury, Jr.
We ought to have Lewis on for a quick thing.
Number 10, Stanford Riley.
If we can get him for just a,
Number 12, Chris McKinney. Number 13, Marco Harris. Number 14, Darian Nash. Number 21, Vincent Jackson. Number 22, Conzo Martin. Number 23, Lawrence Bradford. Number 25, Jason Rogers. Number 43, Bryant Stevenson. Number 44, James Lewis. Number 52, Sharif Ford. And number 20, LaFonso Ellis. Trainer Corey Jennings. And manager Vince E. Staten. Those are the Tigers of East St. Louis Lincoln. And now for the trophy presentations. Presenting the second place trophy will be Mr. Edward Roberts of Oak Forest High School in Oak Forest, who serves the IHSA as a member of the board. Will Coach Mike Kazmars and captains of St. Francis de Sales please step forward to receive the second place trophy. Mr. Roberts, if you please. Congratulations to St. Francis de Sales, this year's second place finisher. And now, presenting the first place trophy will be Mr. L.L. Astroff, who serves the IHSA as Executive Secretary. Will Coach Benny Lewis and captains of East St. Louis Lincoln please step forward to receive the first place trophy. Congratulations to East St. Louis Lincoln, state champion for the second consecutive year.
Class AA started in 1972, and so since then, this is the first team to win 2 titles in a row in AA. They win 60-52. LaFonso Ellis and company, the Tigers. Benny Lewis's 3rd championship in his coaching career for the Tigers. Special moment for the Tigers, who finished their season 28-4. St. Francis de Sales, the Pioneers, close out at 29-2. Now let's go to the floor and Art Kimball.
And a very happy Benny Lewis. Benny, congratulations to you and your youngsters.
Thank you very much. It was rough going down there in the last minute or so, but our guys came through and won it for us.
They made a real run at you, and you managed to stave it off, but it got very, very tight at the finish.
Sure did. I got to give Coach Kaz Mons credit. The guys really came back after us. I thought we had it sewed up there, but with about a minute or so to go, but they made a couple of key steals in those 3-pointers. I'm telling you, they can always put you back in the ball game. The guy wasn't shooting them at first, but he really shot them in the last minute or so.
Benny, congratulations to you. Championship number 3.
Thank you very much.
Benny Lewis, the skipper of the state champion, East St. Louis Lincoln Tigers. Now back to the bench and Frank Bassoni.
Thank you very much. And there you see your final score. So that's the way that goes in 1988 Class AA. Rock Island was 4th. Peoria Manual was 3rd. De Sales was 2nd. And the champion, the repeaters, East St. Louis Lincoln, with a 60-52 victory. For Coach Bill Geist and for Jim Albrecht, for Art Kimball and all the rest of our crew, Frank Bassoni wishing you all a very pleasant good evening. And we'll see you next year for March Madness.
This telecast was presented by the American Dairy Association of Illinois, your local dairy farmer, delivering to you their very best every day. The Illinois Beef Council, beef, real food for real people. John Deere and your local John Deere dealers. The country companies and their more than 900 agents throughout Illinois. You've got the country behind you. And the Illinois Pork Producers Association. The 10,000 pork producers in Illinois encourage you to try the new, lean, nutritious pork, the other white meat.